Okay. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Before market opens here, we still have these equal lows on ES at 7473. We have our swing low also resting down here at 7468.50. Yesterday we came up and swept the previous day high right here, tested our 200 EMA on the hourly chart, and we're seeing some rejection. Heading into open here, we are seeing some support after taking these New York session lows down here at 7504.50. So we'll see what happens now going into open, and we are opening up right now. So let's head down to our 5-minute chart and see what is happening. So this is New York previous day low. Okay, we have our previous day point of control up here. All right, so right away at open, we popped up and took this high right here. Seeing some rejection. Let's add in pre-market. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get in our indicators. Session volume profiles going in, VWAPs going in, engulfing candles indicator going in as well. So on our 5-minute chart here, we are testing the 200 EMA and VWAP to the downside here. So we've been kind of trading under that 200 EMA since about true day open, which was right here. So right here at true day open, we started to trade below our 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart and below VWAP, and we ended up taking this New York previous day low right here. So we will see what happens, but once again, like I said, we have those equal lows down here. So in this daily bullish gap, we have these equal lows at 7473 that I've been looking at for pretty much all this week. And since they got basically put in, usually when you see equal lows like that, so if we go to the hourly again, usually if we see equal lows like this, it's a good draw on liquidity. So keeping that in mind as we head into the day, and on our hourly chart, we are below our 200 EMA. So technically we are trending to the downside. Let's head back to our 5-minute chart. Strong push above here. Let's see what happens. I'm thinking this could just be a push up. We took this high, and we could see, a rejection back down. So we'll just have to wait and see, but that's what I'm thinking so far. How about you guys? Everyone who's in the stream, got a bias today? What are we thinking? Are you guys also watching ES, or are you guys trading NQ? See, let's see what NQ. NQ's right at that 200 EMA and VWAP. So let's mark out our pre-market. 8 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, NQ's testing it right now. Let's see what happens. Nothing yet. Just opened up. Watching price right now. Nothing yet. Testing that upper or that one standard deviation band of our VWAP on ES right now. Once again, we took this high right here that was put in at 6:20 a.m. today. Next key level for me is this previous day point of control at 7546.75. So watching to see what happens there. Welcome in, everyone. Seeing some bullish activity. We are at that one standard deviation band of our VWAP. We just broke above VWAP and our 200 EMA as well after trending below it since pretty much true day open, which would be midnight. So waiting to see what happens. We got our good luck charm in today. We got our good luck charm in today. So it's going to be a good day. Yep, we got a good luck charm. Okay. All right. Nothing as of now. Just watching. Patience. Trading's all about patience. So we're just watching the market right now. We can look at what NQ's also at the 200 EMA and VWAP. So it could eat or sell off from here as well. We are at our, dynamic resistance up here. So we'll see what happens. But that's what I'm seeing on NQ. If we zoom out on NQ, let's look at the hourly. What are we doing on NQ on the hourly? Let's get rid of VWAP and let's get rid of that indicator. Let's get rid of this. So the VWAP on the hourly, we tested the 200 EMA last night. This morning, we took out that New York previous session low right here. We tested this hourly bullish gap right here. We're starting to see some support out of there. So we'll see if that provides enough, support or buying pressure to potentially make a new high here. But also, if we look left here, I mean, this is major resistance that we're in right here. So basically, if we zoom out and look at this, support, 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 huge breakthrough there. And now we're testing this support level on NQ. And now we're starting to see some resistance. So we could see continued selling from there. That's just a higher time frame point of view. Scalping purposes, we're testing our 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart. We could see some good momentum to the downside here. Yeah, it's also at value area high. So, theoretically, you could see some, or it's just a good spot to potentially short. I don't like shorting at the value area low, but if we're at the value area high, good spot to short. Anyone throw out some comments? What are they seeing? Look at those charts. Let's see here. Let's turn back on our engulfing candles. Let's look at the Dow. What's the Dow doing? Look at that. Dow found great support off our 200 EMA and VWAP right here. Right at open. Just tested and ripped. The Dow's weird though. I don't know. Sometimes it just goes. It doesn't really stair step. I feel like it just Once it finds a direction, it just goes. Great entry off this. Broken, bearish engulfing yesterday, though. Let's mark out our pre-market open at just 8 a.m. Eastern. Let's see. Go back to NQ. Let's go look at what ES is doing. Slowing down right here. So at the point of control, once again, we took this high right here at 7533, came up to our value area high, came up to our 1 standard deviation band of VWAP. You know, there's huge, if we look at our volume profile over here, there's high volume nodes. So this is a very high volume area. You know, this is a good resistance spot. So we could see, and we're already seeing a slowdown here, we could see potential pullback back into this area where we consolidated for a bit. So we consolidated, huge push up, and we might see a pullback into this area. But that's what I'm seeing on ES right now. See what gold is up to. Mark out our pre-market, 8 a.m. Eastern. There we go. Gold found a good support offer, 200 EMA here. And we kind of been holding VWAP all throughout the overnight sessions. Quick manipulation down, took out this low right here, tested that 200 EMA and found great support. So let's mark that out. Beautiful little, you know, tested that 200 EMA and just ripped up afterwards. It's all in the 5-minute chart, by the way. Okay. Nothing yet. So during the Asia session, we tested our previous day point of control. We saw some great resistance off of it. Would be the move to short that button right there, right at that point of control. I'll be interested to see if it wants to come back up to test that area. Now, once again, point of controls are where the highest amount of volume is traded per session. So during yesterday's session, there's a lot going on here. Let me try to get in film. This is yesterday's session. During yesterday's session, that point of control is sitting right at 7546.75. So that area had the most volume traded during the session. And I think how things move in the market is price and volume. And if there's a level where the most volume was traded for a session, I think that level should be marked out and you should watch how price reacts at that specific level. And then you see here, so here's our yesterday's point of control. When today opened up, or last night when this session opened up, we come up, test that previous day point of control, and then just sold off all the way down here. So I always like to mark out previous day points of control because I think that they are better support and resistance levels than, once again, you just drawing a line on a chart. I think actual math behind it and actual volume and where people are actually trading is going to hold a lot more weight than me or you personally trying to draw lines on a chart. So add that session volume profile, look at the previous day points of control, and, you know, session points of, like today's session, this point of control. Like we slowed down right at it, now we're above it, now it's accepting this price, and now let's see what happens. Moving up into our previous day point of control right here at 7546. NDZ, I see you joined. Did you take profits at previous day high on yesterday's trade? I know you were talking about it. right at that previous day high. Price basically took it out, and then we immediately rejected back. All right, seeing a push here. What's this alert? Everything's going up right now. Yeah. Everything just steady by and nothing right now. Nothing, but all we can do is just watch. Listen to me yap, I guess. We can go through entries from yesterday. We're just moving up. So nice little entry on NQ. Look at this. Nice little entry on NQ for Asia session. We're looking at this 5-minute 200 EMA strategy. Price breaks below. Come up, retest. Breaks below again. Breaks below this bullish engulfing candle, which is now our supply zone. Comes back, tests our supply zone. Tests the 200 EMA again. Breaks back below. Entry at that broken bullish engulfing candle. Stop at the retest high. Target 2 to 1, just like that. Beautiful A+ setup right there. And this thing ran even longer. You could have targeted all the way down here, which I believe would be the previous day. Yeah, New York session low for a 5.56 to 1 risk to reward. Beautiful trade right there. We didn't fully touch the 200 EMA here, but we had a break, retest here, and then I guess we wouldn't have gotten entered. But this was a good trade here. That's all I'm seeing for Asia. Looks good though. Starting to see some rejection here. Turn our indicators back on. Starting to see some rejection. Like, we've been trading below this 200 EMA all throughout the overnight session. So we broke it and we've just been holding it. So I think that this move right here, this bullish move that we had to start, potential manipulation. And once again, on NQ here, took out this high. And now we're starting to reject. So let's see if we can break below our 200 EMA. ES, same thing. ES, we took this high right here. And now I'd like to see price, and price is already starting to slow down. So we have this large volume candle here. Look at how price is starting to slow down. We're starting to reject. At our value area high up here as well. So thinking that we break through this, if we can inverse this bullish gap, another good indication that price potentially wants to go lower. 3,000. Good call on moving my TP to previous day high. Right? It hit it perfectly, NDZ. I was watching it. When I got off charts, I checked in at like later in the day. And it was a slow crawl up. Basically took that level to a T and then rejected down. So I was hoping that you took profits there. $3,000, $30,000 by Friday. You're welcome. Yikes, was that all-time highs? No. 30,000. I mean, potentially. We took out this massive key low right here. We do have a lot of stacked highs as well. I could see 30,000. 30,000 by Friday. So just blindly take calls. See rejection. Ugh. Let's mark our opening range. As far as I haven't done that yet. Bang, bang. There's our orb. Let's lock that so I don't move it around. Swept the orb high. Wait, I screwed something up there. There we go. Okay. So right now what I'm seeing, we're at our value area high. We're at our 1 standard deviation band of VWAP. We've also been trading below VWAP and the 200 EMA all session. And now we're having this strong push above. So I either want to see price pull back, hold, and find acceptance back above, or this is a rejection area and we could see a sell-off from here. And yes, we took this New York previous day low right here, but barely tapped into it. So we kind of have a relative equal low here. Could see a sell-off down to there, but right now price is basically just moved straight up. You know, we don't have a lot of structure to work with right now, which is frustrating. But I want to see how price reacts if we pull back to here. Right now, to me, this is kind of no man's land. I want to see price pull back to this area. This is where you can be in trouble if you're trying to long here, or, you know, short as well. You can get in trouble right here. So I am waiting patiently to see what happens. Gold, not much. The Dow, not much. Dow is ripping. It's above our 1 standard deviation, held that 1 standard deviation, and now is moving well. Let's see. What's NQ doing? What's our friend NQ doing? A little bullish engulfing candle. Hear me out here. This candle closes. We see a break. Retest. Break. Potential idea. No 9:45 a.m. reverse. Yeah, if this, I don't know, this smells like a day where it's just going to, we're going to see like, I don't know, the next five-minute candles are all going to be just bullish candles, and it's just going to move, extend past everything, and then we just sit and like chop at previous day high for the rest of the session. I don't know, it just smells like one of those days where it might be hands off, but we'll see. We'll give it some more time. Data should be coming out here soon, right? What do we have for news today? News. None scheduled. There you go. There you have it. None scheduled. So that's a combination right there. No news. Price is just kind of slowly crawling up. Feels suspect. Once again, we'll see. If we get a setup at previous day point of control, I might play a reversal. If we get a short setup at previous day point of control, I might play a reversal. Might, keyword. So we'll see. Okay. Sorry. Here we go. Previous day point of control. Add it right now. Let's see what happens. Once again, we have basically just opened up and gone straight up. I don't know if anyone has found a trade within this. I mean, if you trade orb, we just broke the orb. But right now, I see no trade. I don't know if anyone else sees a trade right now, but testing the previous day point of control as I am speaking. So we'll see what happens. Pushing through it. Could take yesterday's high. That's what's next. I mean, look at this. Just straight up. Might be a boring day, sadly. Or it might be a day where, we wait until 50-minute orb broke and overnight high. Yeah. You gonna try to long it? Looks like an enter. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of there. It smells like a day where close your eyes and click buy and it's gonna work out for you, but I don't know. I gotta wait and see. That's how I get in trouble. So we enter 713 point of control is there. I mean, you could potentially wait for the retest. Retest. I mean, at the orb low is a good stop. Because then you're basically putting your stop below your 200 EMA and VWAP. Previous day high, if that gets tapped in before, that's a 1-to-1. Not terrible. And then 713 point of control, which is at 7564. That's 1.7 to 1. We're back to 200 EMA. I don't know if it's going to pull back to the 200 EMA. Yeah. Right at the midline. I mean, you could wait. You could wait, and if it doesn't happen, that's a no trade day. Or, I would wait for the retest because right now, if we're looking at our VWAP here, we're overextended past our 1 standard deviation band, which is right here. Price usually likes to tend to sit within that area. If it pushes a little bit too far past, it'll come back and retest it. Now, there are some days where it just, forks up and that's it. But percentage, it's a higher likelihood that it will come back in to test this 1 standard deviation band of VWAP, which is resting right at the opening range high. So you could wait for that and see if there's an entry And potentially you could have a deeper push into, VWAP, 200 EMA. I know you look at SPY. Let me just pull up SPY. Amazing how like SPY and ES technically the same thing, but how different they react and act. Crazy. Yeah. I mean, SPY had this little break here and then a quick test of VWAP and it just ripped to the upside. Would have been a good spot for calls right there to just, put it there. Could have even put your stops, kept your top stops tight at 200 EMA and below that one standard deviation of VWAP. Ripping so far. Fix is also, yeah. I mean, this is a wait. This is a waiting game right now. This is a patiently wait. Like, I don't know, we haven't seen one down close 5 minute candle. So not much. Not much at all. Yeah. We're gonna add a follower goal. Hopefully that doesn't get in the way. Okay. Once again, today, you guys. No, it doesn't look like it. But we got the good luck charm today. Not really helping us at all in the slightest. But the good luck charm is here today. He's tired. Wouldn't it be nice that all you did was just eat, sleep? You live the dream life. Close to that previous day high. Once again, we have done nothing. I mean, we've done a lot. Price has moved up, nice, but there is no entry. I don't know if anyone caught anything, but there's a big old nothing burger so far. Previous day high is about to get taken here. I can eat some plants in the background of my live stream here. Some plants or something. Or a big sign. There's previous day high. Officially taken. Why does this shit get so blurry always? Focus in. Focus in. Here's my lighting thing. There we go. Ta-da. Previous day high has been taken. Dang, there's nothing. $30 minutes into open, and what's that hourly? Should we see what our hourly looks like? Boom, bang, bang. How did that hourly candle close? Yeah, holy smokes. Took previous day New York low, and then look at this displacement candle. You'd have to wait an hour, but potential here where sweep previous day high, sweep this hourly high, and if we get a CRT or a close back within, there's no wick at this hourly low right here. So you guys probably, I don't know if you know what CRT candle range theory is, but usually if, it's on the higher time frame, like in this specific example here on the hourly chart, if if you see a strong displacement candle like this, and then the following candle, so this following hourly candle takes the high of that candle and taps into like a higher time frame zone. So in this case, sweeps the high of this candle, sweeps the previous day high, and then we close back within this hourly candle. You can then look for a short, down into this previous day or previous candle low. So I don't know if that made any sense, but I'm going to try to find a good example of this in real time. So, I mean, this isn't great. This isn't a great example, but we see, if we look at these two candles right here, you can see that here's this hourly candle at 11 Eastern. This next hourly candle comes up, sweeps the high of that hourly candle, taps into this resistance area right here, and closes back within this candle. And then you can see that price, takes out that low. And that's not a great risk to reward, but that is the example of it in practice. I don't know. Some people love that strategy. I like to just keep it in mind and keep it aware of when I'm trading, because if I'm looking at this and we get that closure within, and then I'm looking at the 5-minute chart and I'm seeing a good entry signal, I could be like, all right, I might want to get in this short and target lower. But anyway, strong displacement on the hourly, swept our previous day high, starting to see some rejection. And now we'll have to see what happens. Previous day high, previous day point of control stacked up over there. Starting to reverse. Here's our pullback, potentially pullback back into orb. Funny how all these bots that comment on lives always for gold. It's like gold, sell now, gold, gold, gold. I don't know, weird. It's always just gold. Nothing there. Nothing on NQ. Let's draw out NQ's orb. Extend this to there. Later today, I will be posting full 200 EMA strategy on the YouTube. So keep a lookout for that. It's like a 25-minute video, full 200 EMA strategy. If you're interested in looking at what I do and how I use the 200 EMA in the 5-minute chart, full strategy breakdown getting posted later today. I got to finish up editing, which I'm going to do today, and then I'm going to post that. And then I'm thinking I'm also going to post maybe just like a VWAP video on how I use specifically like standard deviation bands. I don't know. Usually people talk about VWAP, but you know, I think like the secret thing about VWAP is those, you know, those one standard deviation bands. I don't know. I find them to be useful. But yeah, 200 EMA YouTube video. Strategy breakdown. It was on my old, I recorded on my old chart layout, which is frustrating because I like how this new one looks on recordings and stuff. The old one looks blurry, so sorry about that. But I'll probably make another one in a month or so. Here we go, pulling back. Let's see what we get. Spies coming into VWAP here. Good thing not in lungs. Yeah, it was such a, that was such like a trap. Like you just, this was a remain patient kind of day, you know. Just like, and if it never pulled back, then you know what you do, you just walk away. But this is such a remain patient day. Wait for the pullback. You'll be happier if you wait for the pullback than if you don't and you chase and you get just absolutely waxed. Especially after a good day yesterday, you know. So now we're coming into our, on ES specifically, our value area high here in our one standard deviation VWAP band. Let me add in my session volume profile on SPY. It just looks so different because it's the cache, so it opens at, you know, turn that off. Here we go. Testing a VWAP here on SPY. Price is coming back into the orb as well on ES here. We'll see what we get. I'm gonna... There we go. I found that line to be kind of annoying there. I like using the VIX as a forecasting tool, and it was not in position for longs. Agreed. Agreed, agreed, agreed. VIX is a super useful tool. I am not a huge, you know, user of VIX. I honestly want like another monitor, maybe like above my main monitor. So I got my vertical side monitor, my main monitor. I want one more monitor. I just have the VIX up there. Always be watching that VIX and then maybe like the news or something. I don't know. Someone posted on Instagram like I swear the ultimate trading like setup I've ever seen with like two massive monitors, like big monitors, and then huge vertical monitor here, huge vertical monitor there, charts everywhere. It was like a full on like trading fortress. I'm like, I need that. I need that in my life. What's the link? Um, my stop loss was a tick away from that peak. Did you short? Preston, did you short at previous day high? Need to create an AI system to call out news and VIX. LOL. I, NDZ, I so want. It's been in my mind. It's engraved in my mind that I want like an AI agent. Specifically, I want an AI agent running and scanning news at all times, scanning for tweets and everything. I want it scanning, and I just want it spitting summaries to me, like easily digestible summaries with like information on what's happening. Ooh, I want that so bad. I want to create it. I have zero coding skills though, and zero like AI agent knowledge, but I want to build that so bad. It's been on my mind ever since Trump got into office. I've been thinking like, and news is so volatile right now and causes like chaos in the market. Oh, it's been on my mind. I just don't know how to build it, so I don't build it. Oh, I want it so bad. I want just it's like just scanning everything and just but in an easily digestible format. Like sometimes like those AI agents and news things, it just can get confusing, and I think that's where like it comes to a disservice to us retail traders. Like, sure, huge hedge funds can like digest and like know what those numbers mean and everything, and know what like because that's like their life and that's what they know. But like, I want to somehow make that news easily accessible to us as retail traders. I feel like there's such a discrepancy in retail trading knowledge of news and what's happening on a daily basis. Ooh, I want it so bad. Anyway, that's my grand idea. I don't know how to build it though. And I spent so much time making content that I don't have time to sit and learn how to create an AI agent, especially one that complex. I need someone, um, if someone joining the stream knows how to create AI agents and is a beast with it, let me know. The ultimate AI news app is what ultimate AI news app. I don't know. That's a terrible name, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Running low on coffee. This is peak time right now. You know, you can't take a break. No bathroom breaks right now. We're about to touch orb. Can't do it. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa. At orb. Okay. At orb. Sorry. Just got lost in Discord commenting. Okay. What are you waiting for before you plan to enter? I'm waiting for a retest. If I want to go long here, if I'm trusting the opening range break, if I want to go long, I want to see price come and test this 200 EMA, and I want to see a bearish engulfing candle print and then get broken and then retest and then go. That is what I want to see. But we did just take our previous day high, and now we're selling below our previous day point of control. So this thing could sell off from here. You know, this could have been a manipulation move up here in the previous day high, and now we could break below our orb and our 200 EMA, and we could sell off. And specifically for shorts, if we zoom out here, what I've been looking at all week, which feels like I just keep saying the same thing over and over again, equal lows here on the hourly. So equal lows, that's 7473. We have equal lows down here. That is a strong draw on price. So strong manipulation up into here. Took the previous day high, especially if this hourly candle, we have 30 minutes left of this hourly candle, and we get a CRT on this hourly candle. There's no lower wick on it, which, you know, is a good indication that if we get a CRT within here, you know, I might look to short down into this hourly low here. But once again, price is trading below the 200 EMA on the hourly chart. Tested it Yesterday saw resistance. Now we came up, took our previous day high, tested the 200 EMA again on the hourly chart, and we're seeing resistance, equal lows down here, swing lows down here, daily bullish gap down here. I don't know. So we did break out of the orb, but do I trust the orb? I don't know. You know, with all those things that I just mentioned, we'll have to see. But if I want to go long, I want to see price test our 200 EMA here. I want to see a bullish engulfing candle get printed. I want to see that candle then get broken. I want to see a retest and a hold, and then I will look for a long. So there's a lot of moving pieces that need to be involved for me to take a long here. You know, I'm not just going to sit there and blindly take a long. I want to see a lot of, you know, entry signal in order to do it. Especially with us just taking our previous day high and testing our previous day point of control and seeing this kind of selling off of that has me thinking that, you know, it might be risky to long into that, you know, anticipating. And look at the volume as well. When we got up into here, look at how low the volume was as we were approaching, and then look at how high it got right there. And now, you know, look at this strong volume sell-off. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. You know, move up like that, move down into here, and then seeing another move up. I don't know. But this is pretty V-shaped right here on that sweep and break. We also inverted this 5-minute bullish. So huge FVG on the hourly. Yeah, I'm talking about this one right here for sure. Inverse right here as well. Sorry, the session volume profile is so annoying when you zoom out to the higher time frame. Same with VWAP. Constantly turn that on and off. Yeah, big FVG right in here. It's forming, hasn't formed fully yet. I'm taking short if 200 EMA breaks. I like that move. I like that move a lot. That's what I'm looking at too. You're at SPY though. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, SPY's at it right now. You know, that's like right here, looking at SPY, price opens and we hold that 200 EMA with the daily gap here. Potential like decent strategy to just blindly take a long, stop, and look for a gap fill. I mean, I don't know what your risk to reward would potentially fluctuate, but let's see what happened with that yesterday. I guess yesterday was a gap down, did not work in the slightest. Right here, look at that. Let me just, boom. Price opens up, rejects 200 EMA with a gap up. Look at that. You know, just strategy city over here. Gap gets above. I don't know, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. All right, where are we at? Here we go. Okay. So we opened up, took a previous day high, tested the previous day point of control. We're seeing strong selling. Back at VWAP right now. Back at the 200 EMA. We'll see what happens. Potential 1 hour CRT right here, if we're looking at that. with an hourly candle at 8 a.m. Hourly candle with no bottom wick. An hourly CRT hourly candle, no bottom wick. This area right here, strong target, I think. So, and look at that on the 5 minute as well. Obviously, there's no bottom wick. So we're gonna just make that default like so. And our 720 point of control is resting down here. So we'll see what happens. Let's go peek at Discord. Okay. Whoa. 200 EMA bounce. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Blind entry. I would never do it, but blind entry. Just scalp off of it. It's just it every time, I swear. Not every time, but like you I wish I like had access to like a bunch of data on those like back testing whatever you call them and just see like all right, tap the EMA, 200 EMA on the 5 minute chart, what happens? Can you get certain amount of percentage of points or whatever? But telling you, that 200 EMA balance, always, it's crazy. It's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy on everything. Look at this on gold right there. Boom. Look at this move off of it. It's crazy. Look at this on Dow as well. Tap right there. Look at that move off of it. NQ. Tap right here. Break. Tap. Huge move off of it. Not saying, just saying. Did you enter long? No. I did not enter long. I'm actually thinking shorts. We were just talking about just the bounce off that 200 EMA. I have not entered a trade yet. Waiting because I think this might sell. Especially with the take of previous day high here and this V-shaped sell-off since then. I think we sell off a bit. But we're just waiting. Watching and waiting. Holding our VWAP here. Here we go. SPY. SPY starting to break that 200 EMA. We have this unfilled on SPY specifically here. target area. If anyone's trading SPY options, if we do sell off, unfilled gap right here. Just make that, I don't know, green. Potential target if this thing wants to sell. Taking shorts to overnight lows. I do not have overnight extended trading hours. Overnight lows. Yeah, that's right where that gap is. So this gap right here, this unfilled area, let me just pull this away right here. See this? You have a wick there and a wick there, but there's just this, valley where price is not touched yet. So if it does break and you take shorts, that's also a good target here. That's 744.17. But we gotta wait. Also, this thing, like, we have, some inverse gaps as well right here. We're just gonna do that. Price could potentially want to do this. So we're at the 200 EMA, find support up into here. Previous day point of control on spot is 748.43. We test here, test this area, and then we see the sell-off. But, time will tell. Patience. But right now, as of now, strong push up, previous day high, and now sell back into the opening range. And that's all. Time is at 10:30. 10:30. Where are we at here? All right, where are we at? I feel like NQ is looking more bullish than ES. Don't know what ES wants to do. Kind of a boring day so far. Preston, you were in short, right? I mean, this is a good spot to take profits if you have taken profits. So if you shorted at previous day high up there, taking some off the table at VWAP here and opening range midpoint, good idea. And then you're gonna stop break even and let that run down into low of day over here. If you're in a short. TP is just a little lower at 7526.50. Oh, you're almost there. Oh, you're there. Well, not quite. 26.50. Yeah, right at opening day. Already trimmed. Solid, solid, solid. Good short up there. Do you enter off 1 minute structure? What's kind of like your entry signal? Trimmed. NDZ SPY is breaking that 200 EMA right now with an engulfing potential. I don't know if that's a bad. Yeah, took shorts. Okay, cool. I like it. Where's stop? Do you just have it above high a day? Or do you have it above the opening range high? Once again, we have this gap right here on SPY. Be interesting to see if that actually this prints here. Overnight low TP would be 1%. Okay. Where do you put your stops usually? Or is it just a percentage stop? Not really a technical high or low? Since you're trading options? Or are you trading, you're trading options, right? You're not trading on just the actual dollar amount of SPY shares, I mean. See, this is the setup if this happens. Shares I use SSL for longs, SPXU for short, 1% target. Small account 5K. Nice. I like it. Sorry, the good luck charm is chewing something in the corner. Hey! Dang, there's been one engulfing candle so far today. Oh, hasn't been that entertaining. Bodie. Bodie. Leave it. Sorry, guys. Hey, stop. All right, we're back. Wins are small, but so are losses. Still trying to figure this out. Like it. I like it. You could try trading one option contract. I don't know. Options are tricky though. At least with shares, you know, your risk is fairly standard. Options with the Greeks, it can fluctuate. But they're small, but so are lost. Yeah. I mean, I used to trade SPY options, 0 DTE. Risky game. But when you won, it was fun. You know, you could risk like $100 and make like $1,000, which is crazy. But if you lose, I don't know. I just lost more because of the Greeks. So then I went to futures. SPY holding that 200 EMA though. This is nice so far. Once again, potential for this thing to go down to this gap over here from yesterday. Right here, this gap. I like how I can get in out at a relatively specific price of the top. Agreed. Agreed. Versus options where that is not really the case. And then it can get frustrating. Okay. So on SPY here, let's look at this. Let's look at this right here. Bearish. We're bearish. We think we're bearish. I want to see this break and then retest and then sell. ES sadly did not get a bullish engulfing on that test of the 200 EMA. We could also find support here. Trading while working, well, yeah. True. True. Nothing. Okay, we will be back in a bit. I got to get some more coffee. All right, we're back. Jeez. Okay, I think we test that 7475 area. That's what I'm thinking. So, 7475. 74. Yeah, 7475 for sure. Equal lows down there. So on the hourly. So you're saying 7475. Yep, right there. I mean, equal lows 7473. Also a really good target. Yeah, that'd be a huge sell-off from here. We have 3 minutes left of this hourly candle right here, and then it is, I doubt it'll reclaim up here. So this is potentially an hourly CRT where we could go for that hourly low right here. There's also no wick at this hourly low at 7514.75. So great target area there as well. And that's this low right here. So good spot. Also thinking that we could come up here. Here's our previous day point of control. Could see some action here for a potential sell down into that hourly low. Okay. Seeing another push out of our opening range here on ES. I mean, listen right here. I had a short bias going into this, but look at how we break our opening range and look at this test of the 200 EMA right here, this yellow line. And then look at the reaction off of there. Once again, I'm telling you. The blind entry off of that level. Just watching price go. I don't know. It's not a terrible strategy. I didn't get an entry signal off of it, but I mean, you have this gap right here, this 5-minute gap, 200 EMA, test, go. I think we tested. That's what I'm thinking, 7475. Yeah, 7475 is low. Re-upped the coffee, ready to roll. There's another closure outside of our opening range there. Dang, if we're bullish, it's hard for me to be bullish. I don't know why, but it's hard for me to be bullish. Struggling with it today. NQ has not taken that previous day high yet. ES did. SMT. And remember, inverse gap right here and some bearish gaps up there as well. Test and sell off. $42 likes on the stream. Probably a lot of bots though, I'd have to imagine. Okay. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Got you, gang. 500 likes? Was this that's some sort of hack thing? Dang. Look at that. Look at that move off of the 200 EMA. This makes a new high, I swear. I swear. It's so blurry, you know. It just never can focus on me. Focus. Whatever. Like it's low-key this fucking right shit. Dang. Missed opportunity at that 200 EMA. Held it like a champ. I ripped. But at these gaps right here. I'm just gonna sell right here. This is the spot. Back to life. Dang. All these gold bots. There we go. Camera's back. Holy crap. This thing is brutal. Ugh. Look at that. Should have trusted it. I mean, I didn't get a clean entry signal off the tuner EMA. It basically just tested and went, but I don't know. You know, you take the previous day high and you see a rejection like that. You're like, no way this thing continues to the upside. Sure enough, there it goes. There goes my camera again. It went on a call. Just the move up. Yeah. That's the pain of trading and working. Camera's been blurry all day. A huge move up too. Will note, should have waited for the candle under the 2 MA to print before. Yeah. Basically, I would have, you want to wait for the break and then hold. So we broke here, and then we came up, but we rebroke, and then we held on that candle. So then you enter there potentially, and then you try to play that. So the 200 EMA, basically the entire strategy is like, on yesterday, broke above the 200 EMA, bearish engulfing, long right there, something like that. But yeah, I like to wait for breaks and holds. So we broke here, but there was no hold. So it broke and then rebroke. But then it held to the upside. So then, like I said, then you enter long, targeting, the high or, your percentage, whatever percentage you want to target. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a whipsaw looking day. Nothing really on either direction besides just not entering on those longs, which is frustrating, but happens. You do this full time? No, I work part-time nights. But trading for sure like decently full-time. LeBron. Looking to not have to or do this 100% full-time. But been trading for, 3.5 years though. Long time. Like someone glitched out my likes and gave me 500 likes. Oh, 502. I don't know who did that. Some sort of bot activity. Dang. I'll be looking at this for another 15 minutes. Anyone want me to look at anything else? The day might be shot until maybe like 1 today. Nothing on the morning session though. For me, nothing. We did get this 200 EMA test, but it was so quick. It was basically a tap and go. And then, you know, that's about it. So I'm going to be on for another 15. Then I'm going to edit the YouTube video and post the YouTube video on the 200 EMA strategy. 5-minute and 200 EMA strategy. Just have to do a little bit more editing and then I will post that. But we just look here as we're waiting and doing nothing. We just look here at today's session, which opened up right here. So today's session opened up right here. Let's watch how we react at the 200 EMA. Beautiful reaction here. Longs into these highs. And then held again, nice little move. Then we broke. Then look at this. After we break, retest, sell off. And then look at this. Another retest, sell off. So, done for the day. Catch you tomorrow. See ya. NDZ will be on live again tomorrow and, foreseeable future. Every day from here on out, we're going live. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day. And keep an eye out for the YouTube video on the 200 EMA strategy. I'm going to be posting that later today after I finish editing it. So, yeah, live every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern till about 11:30 a.m. Eastern. So 2 hours. Some people joining in. What a crazy, I don't know. It's interesting price action today. Bet you if someone was, you know, trading 1 minute range trades, probably be printing right now. Oh, the odds. I've been hammering coffee too. If we lose focus so much. Ta-da. Okay, I will be back in a bit. I gotta go do something really quick. The live will stay on though for the time being. The live's gonna stay on for the time being. Going on mute though, and gonna head out for 5-10 minutes. Dang, this thing is ripping. What's that comment? Did you enter that long? No, I wish. We basically, I mean, I was looking at the 200 EMA, which is this yellow line right here, for potential entry, but it basically just tapped and went. I mean, theoretically, I probably should have entered there, put my stop below the one standard deviation band of VWAP, and try to target those highs, especially with that strong opening range break and everything. But um, I don't know. I was nervous taking longs because we took previous day high, and then had that strong sell off back into the opening range. So yeah, I don't know. It was tricky. It was tricky. I don't know if anyone else caught. Did anyone catch those longs? I mean, it ripped. Would have been a 26.25 point trade. NQ is also ripping. Everything's ripping. Oh, look at that. I'm thinking that this might go up into the 713 point of control. So 7564 potential target. Break. Oh, voice crack. Sorry. Test. Go. Anyone else with me on that? Internal sweep? Or are we would just, was that just a mistake right there? All right, I'm going to change back. This resolution has been killing me. Like that. How does that resolution look on the live? We're gonna go with not bad. Need to turn up the maybe just change the color of it. Looking at my own live, I want to see what like the screen looks like and everything. We stay out of control. Delete, 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 delete. Using Okay. Do we short this? What do you guys think? Do we short it? Short targeting that 5-minute FVG. Which one? There's like a million here. This one right here at 744.25, or just a quick trade into this one at 748.25. $7,540. Like it. Like it. Again, potential here if we break this. Retest, hold, short. Hmm. This to be thicker. Trying to make things brighter for the live. I got it pulled up on like the preview mode. Trying to make things a little brighter. Hang on. Okay. It's just everything. The live looks different on my computer here compared to my phone. I'm just trying to make sure everything makes sense. Like it just looks so blurry. Do all lives look like that? Let me go look at someone else's live. see. Let's see. Who's going live right now? Yeah, how does that? It's kind of blurry. I don't know. Trying to figure this out. Oh. All right, I got 10 more minutes and I'm calling it. But I'm gonna do some YouTube video editing. Um, gonna post a YouTube video on how I use the 200 EMA for a trading strategy. So stay tuned for that. 200 EMA YouTube video going to be posted and uploaded um, tonight. Probably I'm gonna schedule it at probably like 7. Then it'll get posted. Um, yeah. We'll be live streaming every day from here on out, right at 9:30 a.m. Eastern for free. I have no paid services. I have a Discord link in bio if you want to join the Discord. Um, yeah, looking for 5,000 followers as well. So if you're new, follow along. Much appreciated. For some reason, my TikTok account is glitched. Um, so hopefully that gets fixed soon. But yeah. What's up, Adam? Appreciate the love. Ten more minutes and the live. We're gonna end it there. No trades today. We had a retest of our 200 EMA down here. Beautiful reaction off of it into high of day. But did not get an entry signal to go long for that trade. So, no trades today. Kind of surprising that we took our previous day high, rejected, and then went and reclaimed that high. I mean, very choppy, very volatile morning so far. Did not think that we were going to reclaim back up into this high, but, you know, we did. Gold is just ripping. NQ as well. Shout out to anyone that took longs today. All right. Well, no trade day. Remember, check the YouTube tonight. Full strategy video on the 5-minute 200 EMA strategy will be posted tonight. Gonna close down the live for the day. Remember, every morning 9:30 a.m. Eastern, we'll be live from here on out. 9:30 a.m. Eastern till about noon Eastern, 11:30 Eastern. Depends on the day, but we're live every morning. Tune in for that, and remember to check the YouTube tonight for full strategy breakdown. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for everyone for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow.